The press briefing organized by SGBV brought together journalists from both the print and electronic media on gender advocates intensify calls for effective enforcement of the FGM ban. Speaking at the press briefing, Yadi Kolnjai, chairperson of the Association of Non-Governmental Organizations in the Gambia leading civic advocacy efforts, said it's a day to unite and say no to female genital mutilation as it is a human rights violation and not a religious obligation.
Today, we stand in solidarity with all women and girls in the Gambia to say no to violations of women and girls in the name of culture and the misinterpretation of religion. We are standing up and speaking out today to celebrate in one sense and also to grieve and call for justice and accountability. The prosecution of FGM perpetrators, coming 8 years after the abolition of the harmful practice, is indeed worthy to celebrate, as it marks a long journey by both Gambian men and women to ensure that the rights and dignity of women are fully guaranteed in this country as required by the Constitution.
The national coordinator of the Network Against Gender-Based Violence, Falu Sow, said promoting FGM is illegal in the Gambia, and various doctors have confirmed that the practice threatens the lives of the victims.
We want to re-echo our call to government to ensure that the FGM law, that is the provisions on the Women's Amendment Act 2015, is fully enforced to the latter. So there are numerous researches conducted in this country by our very able doctors in our hospitals across the country of this Gambia. And these researches have shown that FGM has health consequences. It also has shown that it also can lead to death, because we have seen several of our children who died as a result of FGM. And this is why it is important that our women and girls who faced these harmful practices are protected.
Fatu Balde, top executive of Women in Leadership Will, said in order to save lives and promote a healthy environment for all, FGM should not be tolerated.
As a coalition of civil society and non-governmental organizations dedicated to the health, welfare, and human rights of women and girls in the Gambia, we come together to address the pressing social and legal concerns relating to the practice of female circumcision, also known as female genital mutilation, which is a long-standing harmful cultural practice affecting the health of women and girls. In 2015, the Gambia took a significant stride by amending the Women's Act 2010 to explicitly criminalize FGM under Section 32A and 32B of the amended Act. However, despite these legislative measures, enforcement of the law has proven to be challenging, allowing FGM and its numerous consequences to persist, either blatantly committed or sometimes concealed from public view. In August 2023, the Gambia secured a landmark prosecution and conviction of 3 women from the Central River region for being accomplices to the crime of female genital mutilation. This marked the first of such prosecutions 8 years after the criminalization of the practice. This milestone is a reminder of the need for sustained efforts to accelerate and eradicate FGM, to ensure health, welfare, and fundamental human rights of women and girls. While we hail the significance of this prosecution, we express serious concern over the leniency of the fine of $15,000 handed to the offenders. The law, both Section 32A and 32B of the Women's Act, prescribes a punishment of 3 years of imprisonment or a fine of $50,000 or both. for engaging in the practice of FGM or being an accomplice to it, respectively.
Recent days have seen increased advocacy and calls for effective enforcement of the FGM ban amid concerns over the inadequacy of penalties faced by perpetrators prosecuted under the Act. Reporting for GRTS News, I am Kaddijatou Juwara.